Hello, my name is Bennett Schlieser, and this is my computer science final project. What I wanted to learn. I wanted to see how full programs are created, not just like a simple class or a command line program, but actually a full rounded project that you could like send to someone. I also want to see how programs are improved from those things that I just mentioned into rounded programs and full programs being expanded to include more things. And then finally, I wanted to see how to turn ideas and interests into full programs, like from an interest in my everyday life uh, into an actual program that is useful to me slash interesting to me. So my first project, the project we have to improve upon, I did the remote lab. And so if I pull that up here, run this, we get our remote with our fake screen here. We got TV static showing that it's off. Um, if I try to increase the volume, it doesn't do anything. Turn it on, I can cycle through the channels now. I can change the volume. I can change the volume this way as well. And then if I mute it, it will go down to 0 volume and then I can change it from there. I can turn it back off. If I change the channel, it won't do anything. Turn it off, can't change the volume. So yeah, that is the TV remote. And then for my second project, I made what I call the cipher master. So if I open that back up, a cipher is a way to encode a message so that it is not easily readable by the common person. So for example, if I put what's up in the Caesar cipher, I have 3 here, Caesar, Visionaire, and Affine. Say we'll give it a shift of 8 and we'll do it in app. We get our message here. And for example, you could send that to someone else, and if they type that in theirs, hit decrypt, then they will get the message of what's up. Again, this works for Visionaire cipher. Of course, Visionaire cipher needs a word key. We'll change it back to how are you, and we get our message. And then Affine cipher, which takes 2 values. We'll keep it as how are you. We get our new message. I guess I was decrypting the whole time. I can encrypt. And then if we, for example, get a bunch of wacky symbols we don't know how to use, it will tell us invalid input. We have to change that. Oh, yep, that's invalid input as well because we're back on the Caesar cipher. So as well, if you type something that's not valid here, it'll do that. If it can tell you more specifically what it needs to fix, it will. So like for example, Visionaire cipher, if you type a number, it'll tell you invalid symbol and key, only letters A through Z. Affine cipher, if you make it the alpha value an even number, it'll tell you it's an invalid alpha value, must be an odd integer between 3 and 25. So we'll change that back. And if we change the beta value to be a huge number, it'll say ints 0 to 25 only, as those are the only allowable values in the affine cipher. And then finally for this program, I added this to file feature, which lets you just give a file name. And when you do this, it will then output that to a file. So if I open that up here, you will see .text, right, or a text right here, text.text, and we have our message encoded right there. So now in summary, what have I learned? I learned the importance of feedback, showing your program to other people, that is, and taking their struggles and what they saw and implementing that into your program. Also the expandability of programs. For that Cypher program, for example, I started with just a single Cypher and I saw that it could be expanded into multiple, so I added 2 more. And then also how to turn random ideas into visual demonstrations, like I did with that Cypher program. In my personal life, I was interested in it, and so I figured out how to actually make that something real. And both of these projects are on GitHub and linked in the description. And that is it.